Hello, everybody. My name is Cody, and this is my beautiful wife,
Bridget.
Welcome back to Monsters, Episode 7. A few more to go. I have a feeling they're going to get into court side of things, and a few people pointed out that with, like, the whole thing, we're like, was that the same incident of the cheating and stuff at the Princeton or whatever? And they're like, notice how it's a little different. Like, it's a different perspective and not exactly the same, and there's... So I'm guessing maybe that's a whole thing on, obviously, different people say things go different ways type of a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Let's get into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody on the Patreon for your support. We have extended and uncensored versions of our reactions to this show, all our other shows and movies. You can join for only $1. Really appreciate it. Bridget, anything before we get into it?
Nope.
Let's do it. Court.
The jury has reached a verdict.
Oh, never mind. Court's over. I have a feeling I know the verdict.
In the case of the state of California versus John Thomas Sweeney.
John Thomas Sweeney?
Not guilty.
Oh, this is the one that got the writer's daughter.
Of involuntary manslaughter, guilty.
Well, this definitely shapes his view of the justice system.
The attorneys and the two families.
Not for our family, Judge Katz. Don't thank them. That man strangled our daughter to death.
Oh, how's that involuntary?
Mr. Dunn.
Uh-oh.
From the jury about this man's history of violence.
Uh-oh.
He beat my daughter and then killed her. He ripped out chunks.
Mr. Dunn.
He strangled her for 5 minutes.
Mr. Dunn.
I hope you rot in hell.
Bailiff.
Oh, I'd send him to hell myself.
You monster.
Oh, wow. That was a dramatic intro. Yeah, dude, no, that dude's dead. He gets out of jail, he's dead.
Hey, Crocodile.
Hey.
How are you?
Girlfriend?
I'm getting out of here. I promise. I mean, she's fine.
So hard. You know, like my parents.
Oh, that would be awkward.
They really don't believe you, Lyle.
Forget about that. They don't know what we have. You know that I love you. Right? I just want to get this behind me so that I can give you everything that you deserve, yeah?
Yeah.
I need your help.
I need dimes still.
I need you to watch at close range.
Is that like a movie or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sean Penn and Christopher Walken.
I've not heard of that one. Blessed.
I need you to say that my dad you.
What? No.
Why not?
Because he didn't.
Right, but no one's gonna know that.
Doesn't matter.
Ooh, well, you can't do that, obviously.
You want me to say what? I just want you to remember that time that you found me locked in the closet.
This is one of those reasons people are mad at the show.
She made me roll around in dog shit and then you found me locked in the closet. Are you sure this was me?
Yes. How the fuck don't you remember this?
That I gave you a handgun?
That I asked you for one. Because he threatened us and we were afraid for our lives.
Yeah, no.
Right, but you told us not.
This dude said, yeah, pass.
You just have to remember that it happened because it did. Or at least tell other people that you remember it.
Come on, Brian. What the fuck? What the fuck?
The fuck, Brian?
You fucking remember it.
Dude, he can't hear you.
Your father killed your dog.
They killed our ferret, so we cut off its head. Found it in the freezer.
That would...
I answered a question wrong. He would quack at me because he said I walk like a duck. Made fun of my stutter. What would be the best way to reach out to someone?
What a dick.
She would chase us around the house with a knife.
I wish you were never born!
I don't know about that fully, but maybe.
Let's call it a day. I don't believe them the way he tells them. He was like this scared little boy who I felt such sympathy for, but for some reason when he was on the stand, well, he just seems like a psychopath.
Well, I was gonna say bad actor.
Seems public thought psychopath. They look like, you just look like you're not. It's not good.
Do you think he's behind the whole thing? Convinces Eric to go along with it?
What if it's the other way around?
I'm not saying that's where I'm going. I'm just talking out loud.
I mean, as a lawyer, you'd probably want to consider all the options. And
I saw you on TV the other day, and I just had to write.
Fan mail. Always fan mail with people in jail.
I know you're innocent because I'm psychic.
Because I'm psychic.
My name is Candy, and I'm a divorced mother of 2.
I don't think Candy was your legal name.
I'm just writing to say I believe you. I could tell from your eyes the very first time I saw you.
Well, that was the note he was looking for.
Norma.
I know they're both married, and they got married in the late 90s. I don't know if that's what they're going to introduce.
Could you fucking imagine you give your phone number to a fucking convicted felon almost?
Norma?
What you worried he's going to come over? He can't.
It's just weird.
Me and Jamie, we were never right for each other. And now she's making stuff up like I told her to say stuff.
Some people are bad news.
Not you, though. You sound hot.
It's like Love is Blind.
He said, I'm over it. We mutually broke that off.
I miss Tony. There was no time to be depressed when he was around. I remember when I told you that my dad and this man, they were, he was my dad's lover.
He told you your dad was planning on killing you.
So that didn't happen. I made it up.
Damn.
Can I ask why?
Well, I'm a kid in prison.
Eric?
I'm traumatized.
Eric, did Lyle tell you to make that up?
We gotta figure out what's going on with this. I wish I could write a fucking book. Explain what it's felt like my whole life to be Lyle Menendez. There's just no way that anybody would say that I deserve to go to prison.
I could even help you write it.
Thanks, Norma.
The last day your parents were alive.
Yeah, okay. But I was pretty distracted.
Because you thought your mom and dad were going to kill you.
No, I knew that they were going to kill us.
Pretty confident.
Which is why the boat trip was so scary.
Yeah, I think that's probably when they were going to do it.
I really want you to walk me through that Sunday.
Yeah, okay.
I think we need to get out of here.
Where the f are mom and dad?
I mean, I think they're downstairs. The TV's on.
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
Leave. Never come back. Oh, sneak out. I'm so nervous. I don't know why.
Where are you going?
Out.
We're just going to the movies.
Oh, no, you're not.
Get upstairs.
No. You're not gonna touch my brother. You're never gonna fucking touch my brother ever again.
Your brother is my son, and I can do whatever I want with him.
No, you can't.
You're gonna let him do it.
You don't get to talk to me. You ruined this family.
I have like sweaty feet. I'm so nervous and anxious about all of this.
Okay, let's go.
I thought they were gonna grab their guns.
Where are their guns?
What?
Grab your shotgun and meet me at the car.
Where's his gun? What? I'm also still curious about if they were like, did they recover the shotguns?
I'm sure.
A reverse.
But that's not what happened.
Obviously at the end there.
That's what we thought was going to happen.
I don't believe it.
What?
I don't believe a word you are saying if I am the jury. When you first told me that story, you felt every emotion again. When you sit in that chair, I feel like you're making it all up.
I'm trying to get the story straight.
No, you put a shotgun to your mother's face. Why did you do that?
Put her out of her misery.
No, you're not a farmer, Lyle. She is not your prized sow. Why did she deserve to die?
Well, if what he said is true.
Because she let him rape us.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I need to feel the pain of that, Lyle. This woman, your mother, let him show me what that felt like.
Do you want me to cry? Because I can do that.
She just wants you to be authentic, though. She said yes.
And I felt so bad for her. I was the one who found her note, so I was the only one who really knew what she was. And I told her that she should leave him, and that we would side with her in the divorce, and that I wanted to help, so if she needed to move back. And I told her that I would help her stop taking so many fucking pills. And I told her that things would be okay, that I was a fucking liar, because not everything was okay, but I loved her, and I still do. I love my mom. I love my mommy.
Very good, Lyle.
Man, it's just, ugh. If what they're saying is like true, obviously it's got to be a fucked up thing, because you know, like even if they fucking brutalized them, they did probably love them. July of '93.
I wasn't even born yet.
I was 15 months to be precise. Man, it's been happening forever. Ooh, this is conflicting with, I'm feeling more of the confliction with the writer guy, thinking like you're a monster, looking at that opening scene, but then I wonder how if he'll come around. Those don't get any less brutal anytime they show them. But he did at the party have that whole thing like that. That's not just
That's
something
not
you
just
do.
something for
Yeah.
money.
I feel like going to court's a lose-lose because if you smile, you do wrong. If you don't smile, you look callous.
It won't be going as long as the prosecution did.
Trying to win over the jury.
This trial isn't going to be about who, when, or where.
But why?
Why did Eric and Lyle Menendez kill their parents? It's a simple question. But the answer you are about to hear,
Not very simple.
you will learn in gruesome detail how Jose Menendez was a perverted sadist, how in fact Kitty Menendez enjoyed her children too. What did these boys do to deserve abuse like that? The only thing they are guilty of is loving the mother and father who tortured them. It was not out of malice. It wasn't about fancy cars. Self-defense, so that Jose and Kitty Menendez wouldn't kill them first.
Damn, she's really good. I imagine all the trial stuff is going to be accurate. The first, they do really well at recreating trial scenes in this show.
The same defense you used in the Arnells, and he walked on a manslaughter charge. That wasn't their defense to start with. You didn't make up this abuse, did you? Because it sure worked last time.
I am very sorry about what happened to your daughter. That man should not have walked free. But you should realize he gave you something. He gave you a career and a fucking point of view. You should thank him.
Jesus.
What if they did think their lives were in danger that night? That their parents were going to kill them?
It is a hard leap for people to take.
It's a Greek tragedy. Brothers kill their parents in a desperate act. Utterly preposterous and riddled with plot holes. If Jose and Kitty were planning on murdering their sons, why was Kitty inviting her friend Karen Weir over to the house that very same night? And were Lyle and Eric really scared that their parents were going to murder them during that boat ride?
My personal thoughts from the show so far is the parents weren't actively trying to kill them, but the kids, I do believe, were in a space where they truly believed that at that point.
Kitty and Jose were flying to Princeton to help Lyle furnish the new condo.
Let's keep up their own image, though, more than anything.
Let's say Lyle and Eric did murder their parents in self-defense. Wouldn't they then call the police? Wouldn't they confess and come forward?
It's a different kind of
Not that easy.
If they could have called the cops, they probably would have been able to be strong enough to find someone else to help them.
What did they do instead? They lied.
Okay, you're gonna...
Here we go.
We're gonna fucking do this. I got this. Yeah, we're gonna fucking do this!
I love you so much, Lyle. Don't screw it up, okay?
Somebody killed our parents!
Oh, the phone call part.
Lied and kept on lying to the public, their friends and relatives. And then they lied to make sure they got inheritance money.
But what about the relatives? They testified.
My brother could be very possessive. Lyle was not allowed to express his opinion. He thought he was weak, too tender. He would do things to hurt him, make him cry, then taunt him and call him sissy.
I did know that Lyle and Eric took showers.
Heard that.
As soon as Jose took either one of the boys into their room, he'd lock the door. Kitty made it clear you did not go down that hallway.
I don't like that.
Who at this table didn't experience some form of abuse when they were growing up?
So?
My father beat me mercilessly.
Yeah, and it was wrong.
I'm partially deaf because of one of his beatings.
And if you had killed him during that, I wouldn't have blamed you.
I escaped the old-fashioned way.
You weren't abused.
That is a big difference.
Neither were the Menendez brothers.
You just don't know that.
Lyle or Eric ever mentioned. If you're already confessing, why not come clean about all of it?
So you think it's bullshit, like making it all up?
That's just your opinion, so it doesn't really, and it's a bullshit opinion.
Sorry, Linda, I have to protect my sources.
Remember the pizza shop? They did the thing where the guy Lyle's with him at the pizza shop that he had told and shared with months before. I wonder where that comes up.
Several books about parricide.
Oh,
Those
God.
books would give them all the details they'd need to convince a jury it had happened to them.
It's like when he was bringing up the movie in that scene.
Could also serve to deflect attention away from Erik's sexuality.
Everybody knows Erik's gay. It's like a big open secret, but anytime it's even hinted at in court, Leslie goes fucking ballistic. He did pose for some rather homoerotic photos with a gay photographer.
But the modeling photos? They're modeling photos.
Being in the closet doesn't make you a murderer.
Obviously.
Maybe the brothers were hiding an even deeper, darker secret. And maybe that's what Kitty knew about.
Really?
Erik?
And this writer's a piece of shit.
Are you saying that Lyle and Erik were together?
It's easier to accuse Jose than to acknowledge the real incestuous relationship, the consensual one.
He just has like the worst intrusive thoughts that he loves to speak all out loud, and it's just...
Lyle and Erik aren't entitled to forgiveness. Leslie and her team think that if they can distract us from the facts, drum up enough sympathy, and we'll all fall for it, and they'll get the Hollywood ending.
Sounds like you've already made up your mind and you refuse to listen to anything or accept anything.
Another person's life.
Because of your emotional attachment, and it's...
It shouldn't matter.
Emotions getting in the way of...
You should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. It's the ending they get.
I hope he wasn't just talking to himself, right?
I hope so. Honestly, it was some bullshit he was saying.
Anything else you need?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. Who knows?
There's a slice of completely untouched tiramisu here. I'd hate
Deal.
to go to waste.
I've got a photo shoot tomorrow, and I think I have to go shirtless. I'm so sorry about what happened to your daughter. I loved her in Poltergeist. It was like one of my favorite movies as a kid.
I've never seen Poltergeist. Was she an actress?
she?
What? I'm curious now.
Can't bring myself to watch it.
The mom?
No, it's his daughter. It would have been younger.
The mom in the movie?
A bite or two of tiramisu won't kill me.
By all means. I'm
I gotta Google it.
assuming.
Can we real quick?
Yeah. Who was she? Can you go to... She wasn't the daughter. She is the daughter.
Maybe?
No.
No, was there an older daughter?
I don't know. What year?
She was Dana. So she wasn't the little girl.
Oh, was she the babysitter?
No, she has the same name. Was there an older sister?
I don't fucking remember. Probably.
That's crazy.
My ex-wife and I had 2 daughters before Dominique, but they both died in infancy, which made Dominique
harder.
Our miracle daughter.
That too.
Our angel. Who we always assumed would bury us. That's the way it's supposed to be.
On the other hand, oh my God, his trauma here, because as a parent, like, dude, absolute worst thing.
I was convinced that would be the most difficult moment of the entire ordeal.
But that guy walking free.
I was wrong. Far worse was watching the trial of John Sweeney and how the tried to make him out to be the victim.
I remember my dad squeezing my mother's neck. I was terrified he was gonna kill her.
Well, let me tell you about abuse. He strangled Dominique for 5 minutes. Even admitted it right there on the lawn. I killed her. He spent 3.5 years in prison.
It's not enough.
Where's
Got
he
a
now?
job as a chef in Santa Monica.
There.
That's not justice.
No, it's not.
I gotta say, though, there's a little difference with those cases, as this guy, if he was abused or whatever, didn't attack his abusers. He attacked an innocent woman.
It's like murdering them a second time. How was the tiramisu?
No, I want tiramisu.
It is good.
I could stay longer if you want.
Oh.
Need to talk?
It's getting late, Paul.
No thank you, Paul.
But thank you. And good luck with your shoot.
The defense calls Joseph Lyle Menendez.
Good luck. People have said to watch their testimonies, the real ones.
I want to.
People like the new documentary, it seems, though, as well.
Did you love your mom and dad?
Yes.
Oh, they have the fucking pictures right behind him.
Ugh.
Why did you kill your parents?
Because we were afraid.
Do you remember firing a very close shot at your father? And at some point, was your gun empty?
You could sort of see behind my dad moving. Seemed like moving. I reloaded.
You reloaded.
That's one of the more damning things against them.
And what did you do after you reloaded?
I shot her close.
Did your father ever take photographs of you and your brother?
Yes.
This envelope says Eric's 6th birthday on it. Do you recognize this photograph?
That's me. That is my brother.
You recognize some mark on your brother?
The birthmark.
Did he seem to take photos of your faces?
No. He would take photos of our genital area or if you're bending over.
Did your father ever have contact with you?
Yes.
How did it start? Did you want to do this? And at some point, did he do other things to you?
Yes. Yeah, he would use objects, a toothbrush. We would have object sessions. He would lay me on the bed and he played with me.
Did your father try to you with something else? Did you cry? Did you bleed?
Yes.
Did you ask him not to?
I'm sorry. And he said that he didn't mean to hurt me and that he loved me.
Did you tell your mom? Yes. What did your mom say?
She said, you're exaggerating and that your dad has to punish you when you do things wrong. And she said that he loved me.
And did you ever tell anyone else?
No, because I was afraid, and he said that bad things would happen if I told anyone that kill me.
Did you tell your brother?
Later, much later, I think.
Did you do something to your brother? What did you do to your brother?
Oh, man. They were in the same room at this, right? Like this?
Sometimes I would, when I felt, I don't know.
Oh, man.
I took a toothbrush and played with Eric in the same way. I'm sorry.
Ooh, I wonder how he seems to be actually affected.
That was unbelievable.
Why are you mad?
I really like the bucket bottle.
He's...
Ma'am, you'll have to excuse me.
Yeah.
I think that was the greatest testimony ever given in the courtroom.
Oh, I agree.
And I'm not gonna stop.
Norma? What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna take this whole fucking thing.
Who's Norma, Bridget?
You know who
Bridget?
me? Richard fucking Grieco, that's who.
I wouldn't be surprised if the jury wrote the judge a note and said, we don't need to fucking hear anymore. I could probably produce 10,000 letters from people saying that they would be willing to let me stay in their homes. And even a fucking priest said that he would take me in.
Oh, well.
Change of heart?
I owe you an apology.
No need to apologize, Dominic. Just quit stalking me.
I believe him.
Wow.
Either those two boys endured the most sickening abuse imaginable, or you were able to coach that performance.
See, we've had these comments already saying like they couldn't have watched the testimonies. That wasn't acting.
In either case, congratulations.
Well, that was a weird ending to that.
I'm really sorry. She was a beautiful girl, and she had her whole life ahead of her.
You know what her last words to me were? I love you, Daddy. At least I'll have that forever.
Mm. Oh boy. Who's that lady that he's talking to on the phone?
I have a feeling this Norma thing's about to be a whole nother wrinkle. trying to discredit that, whatever. Obviously, the testimony even moved him, that guy. And you saw how I was so mad at him earlier because of like talking that is just, like I said, just letting you want it to not be true. You're like, you want one story to be made up in your mind and regurgitating it when you weren't even a part of it as just a complete separate entity. Then it is dangerous to be writing and putting that shit out there with like, but yeah, I think this Norma thing is going to be another wrinkle in it all. Also the perspectives, man, are definitely coming through that again, this whole thing is a dramatization. So like you're seeing different people say things happened different ways, and it's showing them in different ways.
Yep.
The phone call there, when like that was like, I didn't even think that they were about to be making the phone call when they were like hyped up and stuff. I thought that was like right before like them saying we got to kill him or whatever, but it was like just making the phone call to call it in, you know?
Yeah.
So like different perspectives on all the moments. Mom, brother's shower, that was a big thing I think people were pissed about online. That was very clearly the writer who was pissed off, though, putting his theory out there. That wasn't like this happened, but like, again, how people in media or in public would be talking about them. People are mostly heavily defending Lyle, not being like them saying that the show's portraying him terribly, which it does look that way, especially when you're looking at this Norma thing and the way he acts after.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm interested to see what that wrinkle might add up to. Yeah, it was crazy getting the whole story, though, about that writer, his daughter, who she was. I didn't know. Poltergeist actress. That's been on my list to watch for a while. I know Bridget wants me to watch that one sometime. So, oh, damn. Okay. I like that episode just because of that was a big, almost public versus, you know what I mean? Like just perception of things. Also, like I said, I don't know that, like, it feels like, do I believe like they were out on the boat, the parents are out on the boat trying to kill him? Probably not, but I do believe
paranoid
how they would have that mindset if this abuse was like that, man. Why you would be put into that position at this point, because again, you're the kid and you feel so weak and powerless against your parent and all that. So it's fucked. It's just fucked. A couple more to go. Again, they are acting the hell out of this though. All of them. So, oh, and the beginning parts with Lyle as well, trying to like tell people to say things that aren't true. And did little lies that they might have, and even if that, I don't know what's true or not when they were meeting, and like maybe they did say extra things that weren't true. It doesn't mean that they're lying about everything if they threw in some extra things that weren't full true. He just, it's fucked up situation, man. Anything else for this one?
I don't think so.
Oh God. All right, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye.
Bye.